everyone, thanks for tuning in. I hope everybody's doing well and staying safe out there. So this is another how do they feel for you reading. So this is your person's feelings for you, your love interest, whoever you came to the reading for. So we've got three options. Option one here. It's option one. Option two here. And option three. So pause the video if you need more time. Remember to pick using your intuition. You can watch one reading, you can watch all of the readings. It's entirely up to you. So yeah, I'm gonna get started with option one. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome option one, thank you for tuning in to your reading. So this is, how does your person feel for you? So your love interest, the person you came to this reading for, how do they feel for you? So pre-shuffled the cards, I'm gonna lay those out now. The first card that came out for this reading, option one, in terms of how your person feels for you, is the Ten of Wands. And then we've got the, let me get myself organized here, the Ace of Wands in reverse, and the Nine of Wands in reverse, okay? So we've got a lot of passionate energy here from your person to you, inverted and blocked mostly, I'm seeing. I'm feeling like what these cards are saying right off the bat is that this person is finding this, I'm hearing the word anxious. Your person is feeling anxious towards this connection. I've got oracle cards here, give me a moment. I feel like your person feels like you're being a tad bit reckless. Perhaps you're not seeing this connection clearly. Perhaps there are some bad habits that they want to call out, for you. And I feel that, the most likely culprit is a lack of self-acceptance. Perhaps your person is feeling that, you might be being a bit destructive towards this connection, or towards yourself, I'm getting, due to lack of self-acceptance, okay? Perhaps you're indulging in romantic delusions here. Your person feels that you are. We've got the Reckless card here. Talks about acting recklessly, getting lit, a highly volatile relationship or personality, and it cautions you to use precautions and use protection, okay? So maybe this person feels like you're not protecting yourself, that you're not being cautious enough, that maybe you're partying or drinking a lot. There's something here where your person feels like you're putting yourself at risk. And I feel with the Breaking Bad Habits card here that they could be saying that, like I said, you're lacking in self-acceptance. Maybe your mental health needs attention. We all need that from time to time. And maybe you do need to let go of some vices, okay? So with the Knight card in reverse coming out as how your person feels towards you, they're viewing you as the Knight in reverse, and that also talks about, it says allegiance to a destructive ruler or principle and romantic delusions. So there's some sort of allegiance that you might have to some external force or person that is destructive towards you, or some way of thinking or behaving, some habit pattern that is destructive towards you and or this connection. And I feel like for some it has to do with feeling like behaving a little volatile towards this relationship or your relationships in general, maybe numbing yourself with foods or substances or relationships, or feeling bound or obsessed with this connection. So if this sounds like it's the other way around, it's a general reading. So as I always say, just flip the roles around if that's, what sounds more like your situation, but don't try to force this to fit. If it doesn't resonate, there are other options you can choose. But so far, this is what I'm getting. This is the honest truth about, what your person is feeling towards you. And I feel like, is it possible this person's projecting a little bit of themselves, onto you? It's possible. But for you guys to have been attracted to each other in the first place tells me that, you do have some of what this person has within them. And I feel like your person with the Johnny Cash card here could be a little bit dark and they're telling you, like, if you have a dark side and that's what's making you turn to substances or bad behaviors or bad habits to try to numb and protect yourself from that dark side, it's not necessary for you to do that. Make friends with the shadow side of yourself, and do your shadow work, okay? And later on I will get a message from this person's guides regarding this. I feel like some of you could be very psychic or intuitive, and you try to block that by you know, focusing or obsessing on other things, on externals. But and I feel like their guides, your person's guides, will have something to say to you about that. So yeah, I'm getting, you know, with the David Bowie card, that, you know, this is also saying that you should seek the truth, and that the truth is sometimes, you know, pretty mystical, pretty galactic, pretty otherworldly, like intuition, psychic abilities, things like this that we all possess to varying degrees, but some of us get freaked out and block it. So if you know that you're doing that, your person's asking you not to do that, they find that it's destructive towards you and towards this connection, okay? But back to the tarot cards. So how does your person feel towards you? It seems like for them, it feels like it's a huge challenge to win your affection, okay? So in some way, shape, or form, it feels like to them it's a lot of work to win your affection, a lot of work to be with you or be in this connection. They're not sure at this time, you know, if they're willing to put in all that work, okay? You know, and this is, you know, especially true if your person is a hard worker and has a lot on their plate. Because I'm getting, you know, this is a card of oppression. It's a card of, you know, actually working too hard for a worthy goal or purpose, but working too hard nonetheless. And they could also be viewing you this way, you know, as a very hard worker. But in terms of how they feel towards you, I'm getting that they feel like this is a hard connection, that, you know, it takes a lot of hard work, and they already have a lot on their plate as it is. I get that they do want to help you to carry your burdens, but there's not a lot that they can do to help you right now. It's like a lot of your burdens are internal, having to do with obsession, addiction, bad habits, something along those lines. It doesn't have to be anything that dramatic, you know, apply it to your situation as it resonates. But like I said before, there's something that you're needing to fight out within yourself to do with your shadow side, that your person is needing you to do that work for yourself. They would help you if they can, but it's really your work to do, is what I'm hearing. So also, it could be that this person views you as somebody who always likes to do everything on their own, very independent, but independent to a fault. And the addiction or problem could even just be that you work so very hard that you don't have time and energy for this relationship or for anything else, right? That you're not facing, I'm hearing, intimacy issues, that you're numbing yourself with work or something else to avoid reflecting on some intimacy issues or patterns that are not helpful in your relationships. Now, if it sounds more like your person, take it that way, that's fine. Could be this person likes to do everything on their own. Like I said, I think you guys reflect each other in many respects. For some of you, your person has taken a transactional approach to this connection. It's kind of like a this for that, tit for tat type of mentality. And they're seeing now that that's not the right approach with you. Again, they would like to help you. It's just they don't feel like they're up to it, that they can give you the help that you really need. And also they're doing their own work as well. And they're feeling overwhelmed in general towards this connection, feeling anxiety towards this connection at present. And as a result, you know, we've got the Ace of Sticks in reverse, or the Ace of Wands. So it says, time to knock the leaves off this bitch. Okay, but it's in reverse, so nobody's knocking any leaves off of anything. They're feeling lifeless, and they're feeling sluggish towards this connection, okay? There's not a lot of excitement or enthusiasm in this connection at present, I'm seeing. Somebody here could be suffering from a low sex drive, or the problems in this connection, you know, are turning them off, okay? The conflict, the work that needs to be put in to win this relationship over, to win you over, whatever it is, it's, you know, it's affecting somebody's sex drive, their enthusiasm, and excitement towards this connection. I am getting, though, if this person was angry with you before, they're a lot better now. They're not as angry as they were, so that's a good thing too. But I definitely get like a restless or anxious energy from your person. They want something to happen here. They want something that will happen or to happen that will answer questions for them, that will get them off the fence regarding this connection. Okay, because they kind of go back and forth. They want to work on it, they don't want to work on it. They do want to work on it underneath it all, but they don't feel like they have enough energy to give to it, or that, you know, it needs too much work. So they're back and forth. Okay, so I feel like this person feels like they've had to be really guarded with you as a result of some of the things that I said, some of the dynamics in the connection, but they don't want to be that guarded with you anymore. They're tired of being so guarded all the time. They know that it's not fair to you to be overly guarded, and that they should work on being more open. But again, I'm just getting that this person is sick of fighting with you for this connection, or sick of fighting with you in general. I'm getting this person is not, you know, mad. If there's something specific that happened to anger this person, they're not as mad anymore. There's something to do with them, you know, having compassion or understanding towards you and your problems with regard to, like, your need to embrace all aspects of yourself with the divine and earthly card, triple moon here. This card talks about embracing all aspects of yourself, the divine and the earthly. And I feel like you are blocking that. So let's get the message from their higher self to you here with the inner child card. Okay, this is the guide that is speaking to you. Their inner child is talking to you. It's number 42, breaks down to a 6. It's a very caring number. It's a number of love, and so they come from a place of love when they communicate this with you, when they try to talk to you about this, what they have to say right now regarding, you know, your way of blocking your intuition here, or blocking accepting, you know, the goods and bads about yourself and integrating it in a way that allows you to be less reckless and healthier. It's about listening to your instincts. It's about, you know, reinvention or inventing a new way of handling yourself. It's about calming and taming your impulses and developing trust. So this person's inner child is wanting your inner child to open up. And it feels like if you would listen to your inner child, your softer side, if you would embrace that inner child, then you would solve a lot of your problems here. Your person's higher self is saying that through this gift of intuition, you would know what to do. So some of you, again, you're blocking it, your intuition, your psychic abilities, you're numbing it because you're not comfortable with that newfound insight. You're not comfortable with what you're seeing. So an affirmation that you could say is, it's safe for me to see. I'm a highly visual person. Yeah, you may not know exactly what to do with your newfound understanding of your intuition or your guide's guidance. They're not asking you to like analyze it to death, but they're also asking you to please don't throw it away, don't block it, and don't numb it. You know, and so what this is saying, you know, you can apply your intuition to non-threatening situations. And just test it a little bit, little by little. You can grow it and grow in comfort and trust of it, okay? Because it is a big part of who you are, and it will play an integral role in whatever relationships you have in the future. So just don't try to control, you know, your instincts and what you know to be true, okay? That soul whisper of intuition, try not to control that, because you can't control it, is what their guides are saying. And it is exciting, it is powerful, it would add power and excitement to this connection. And so they're really wanting you to embrace it. This intuition that you have innately is to be followed and not tamed. So this person's inner child, you know, they also have intuition, and they feel an intuitive connection with you, but they feel like you block it. And because of that, you know, they're not able to share with you the magic that they feel, you know, intuitively speaking. And so this relationship can't benefit. So what they're saying here, what their inner child is saying here is trust me. So some of you don't trust this person, and that's part of the reason why you block your intuition, you know, towards them or regarding them. Maybe you're very intuitive and in touch with your intuition in other areas of your life, just not with this person, due to lack of trust. But I am getting that most of you are blocking it in general, you know, overall, okay? And so what could be, you know, causing you to not trust this person? Well, your person is showing up as the companion in reverse. So it says betrayal by misusing confidences, loss of personal identity. So maybe when you're with this person, you lose some of your personal identity. Maybe you feel like you can't be yourself with this person. Maybe you feel like you can't afford to see the truth about this connection. Some way, shape, or form, you are losing your identity. And I'm getting like an obsessive energy from some of you with the devotion and the bound card. So it's like devil energy, which is about like obsession and being bound and feeling bound. So maybe you feel like you don't have a choice with the way that you behave or any bad habits that you've developed to maintain this connection, but you actually do have a choice. But what is it about this person? You don't trust them. Maybe they misused your confidence. Maybe they lied to you, betrayed you, deceived you in some way, shape, or form. And this explains, why you don't trust them. But their inner child, their higher self, their guidance is, that you can trust your intuition, and the magic of the connection that the two of you share will actually help this relationship if you start listening to your intuition and unblocking what you know to be true and see the truth about this connection, okay? This will help you integrate your shadow side as well. Some of you are afraid of being strange, right? Your person is someone who wants, to cultivate their own strangeness. This person is someone that likes to see the beauty in the unusual. Their attitude is, never lower your mask until you have another one ready. So it's not like they're completely open or unguarded, because we already saw with the Nine of Wands in reverse that they want to be less guarded with you. They feel like you deserve that, and they're working on being more open too. But I feel like any reckless energy or bad habits in this connection really deters your person from fully taking their mask off towards you. So, some of you need to reflect on the connection and how well it aligns with your morals and your values. We've got the religious factors card here. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So you guys could have some key differences religiously speaking, or with regard to how you were brought up in terms of your belief systems, your morals and values. There are some key differences in this connection that, that are affecting the connection right now. And maybe some of you, I'm getting a very clear picture, and if this doesn't resonate, don't take it, but it will resonate for someone, and that is that you are putting your own belief system on the back burner. You're ignoring what you know to be true. You're not allowing yourself to grow spiritually, or you're not being true to yourself in some way because you're wanting to fit into this person or somebody else's expectation of how you should be. And so we've got the integrity card here, asking you to have integrity with your morals and values, and ask yourself the important question: does the situation align with your morals and values? Because this person feels like perhaps, they're compromising your morals and values. They feel like they have a negative effect on you in some way, shape, or form. And this is something that you guys need to pinpoint and work on if this relationship is going to have a chance. So I think that this person is feeling like, very soon they need to make a decision, a clear decision about what they want. Like I said before with the tarot, it's like they're on the fence. They want to see a sign. They want something to happen to let them know, what path to take away from you in this connection, or continue walking aside you in this connection. They do feel devoted to you. They do feel connected to you, but you're blocking this connection in some key way, shape, or form, and they feel that it's unhealthy. Okay? But this person definitely has romantic feelings towards you with the romantic partner card, and I feel like saying that with that card being present, this is asking you to stop working so hard, to stop putting other things ahead of this connection. Because this card, can talk about feeling very stressed, and we see that your person feels very stressed, right? But that's not good for the relationship, and it's not good for the romantic aspects of this relationship. So what this is coming up to say, I feel, for a lot of you, is that your person feels like this connection has lost some of its excitement, some of its ardor. In order to fix that, they really need to use their imagination to come up with creative ideas to create more romance in their life. They're really desiring more romance. But they're not in the state of mind for romance, because in order to experience romance, you have to be playful, you have to be creative. But one or both of you is just always working, or always feeling heavily burdened. And some of you have some past baggage that, you carry with you into this relationship as well, that puts extra burden on this connection. Due to the fact that we've got a lot of work energy here, I feel like this is blocking your person's ability to use their imagination to come up with creative ways to inspire romance in this connection again. Because sometimes when you're stressed, you crave romance the most. And I feel like your person is stressed, but they are craving romance the most. They just don't know how to experience that romance. So they need help relaxing, in order to allow romantic ideas to come into their mind, in order to allow a restoration of energy that can, inspire them to action so that they can enjoy the romance that they really want in their lives. It's just like right now, that's all being blocked here. So let's get a couple messages from your person here. I'm going to take it over to the extended, where I'm going to go much deeper into everything here. So, this person is saying, first off, that I love you. So if you're in doubt or questioning whether this person loves you or not, they are saying that they do love you. There's just a lot of issues in this connection that need addressing. It's like whatever happens in this connection, they feel like it's up to you guys to create it, and right now you guys are not creating something romantic and something good. I'm hearing lasting. You're not really on track to creating that right now. And so, but it's because they love you that they even care. And like I said before, they want to help you with some of your issues, but a lot of these issues you need to address and take care of within your own self, okay? And I feel that the good news is, like, a lot of you are, in your person's, estimation, the way that they feel is that a lot of you are in this hermit energy of, taking time for yourself, seeking solitude to focus, on your inner life, and this helps, you develop your creativity. And so this is good because it says that there is a chance that you can come up with a solution in this connection regarding, returning some of the passion to the connection or some of the romance to the connection. Because what did I just say a minute ago? That in order to do that, you need to be creative and approach it from an imaginative standpoint, which right now I feel that your person is not feeling, that inspired or imaginative or creative in a romantic sense because of the burdens in this connection they're experiencing. And because they're concerned about you as well and the differences that the two of you have here. So I'm going to take this over to the extended, and the link for that is in the description box below. This is where we part ways, though. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already, and hit the bell icon if you do subscribe to get notifications when I upload a new video. If this resonated, drop a comment in the comment section down below. That would be great. And like it if you like it. Talk to you next time. Welcome, option 2. Thank you for tuning into your reading. I hope everybody's doing well. So this is, how does your person feel for you? I've got all the cards shuffled and laid out. So let me get the cards down here. Your first card is the Queen of Swords in reverse. So it's air sign energy. So it says, been there, done that, trust me, or become a kebab, okay? I sense that your person is feeling less feisty than that, though, since it's in reverse. And then we've got the World card in the upright. So better luck next time, and also you're drunk. And then finally we've got, I'd definitely better pee before this trip. The Three of Wands, okay? So we've got air, fire, and yeah. So give me a moment. How does your person feel towards you, option 2? I feel that your person feels you've been badly hurt in the past, okay? The Queen of Swords in reverse, saying you've been badly hurt in the past, but I'm getting that they like that you haven't allowed, that to affect your present moment. You haven't allowed that to affect the present, okay? The fact that you've been badly hurt in the past, you haven't let that, make you into a harsh person. They, however, the flip side of that is they could feel that maybe you're a little bit too gullible. Maybe you could stand to be a little bit more discerning to prevent people from taking advantage of you. Maybe this person's taken advantage of you in the past, but even if they haven't, it's like they kind of wonder and feel, maybe you're just a little bit too gullible or too open, and you could stand to be a little bit more careful in who you place your trust. So take it how it resonates as a general reading. If the roles are flip-flop, then flip-flop them. You know, don't force it to apply. Choose another option if it's not resonating. But this is what I'm getting. So what else does this card say? Yeah, okay. So, what I get that they feel that they like that you have an open heart, though. You know, the fact that you have an open heart makes them feel like they can be less closed off towards you, okay? Unfortunately, I feel like for a lot of you, you have a much more open, much more loving heart than this person does, at least in their estimation or their opinion. I get that this person could be feeling, you know, emotionally drained. And like they don't have a lot of love to give you, or they can't match the same amount of love that that you offer. Some of you, this person needs to have a second chance with you. They could have been the ones that took advantage of you in the past, and you know, this could have been because you weren't discerning or careful enough with them, and but you're willing to forgive them. And on the one hand, they like that because you're giving them a second chance. With a second chance card, this relationship deserves a second chance. But on the other hand, you know, they kind of wonder if just give me a moment. Yeah, they just feel like maybe you could stand to look at the situation more closely. But the looking closely card here. So this is about observing, nitpicking, creeping, situation magnifying, getting things rectified for focus. In order to truly, you know, rectify or fix the situation, they feel like you would need to be a little bit more discerning, even towards them. They might not ever tell you this, right? Because they want you to continue to be, I'm hearing pushover. I wouldn't use those words, and that's not going to apply to everybody, but for some of you, this person feels like they question if, you know, you're a little bit too easy to get along with, if there is such a thing. They question if, well, if they're good enough for you because you're more open-hearted than them. And if you're giving them a second chance because you're a pushover, or if it's because you really have looked at the situation closely and decided that it was worth fixing based on actual like merit and logic and rationale and good judgment, and not just being too open, okay? This is something they're questioning. But I mean, if you've given them a second chance, they're glad that you've given them a second chance, okay? I feel there's a lot of passion and a lot of chemistry between the two of you. From the Romance Angels, we've got chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. And we've also got passion. Try something you've never done before. So I feel, and I was almost going to say that before I read that card, and now that I've read it and see what it says, I realize that I should say it, that this person would feel more passion. While there is chemistry and a strong magnetic attraction between the two of you, they feel like the passion and the chemistry would shine even more and be even stronger if you were a little bit more discerning and careful, if you took a more close look at this relationship, not nitpicked them necessarily, but just observed a little bit more carefully and be a little bit more discerning towards them. Make them earn that second chance. If you've already given them that second chance, you know, make sure that that you're making them make it up to you, whatever they did wrong, because we've got, how can I make it up to you? So with the World card here, in terms of how your person feels for you, option 2, I feel like they feel that they've learned and are learning a lot of great lessons from this connection. But you know, now they're really looking towards the future. And some of them could be being a bit nitpicky towards you. I'm hearing you should have more self-confidence. So some of you, this person could feel that you should have more self-confidence. Maybe you have good self-confidence, but this person wants you to have some swag or something. I don't know. this is your person talking, so just because I'm reporting the messages doesn't mean I agree with all of them. I'm just telling you what I'm hearing here and feeling, and your person could be wanting you to have more self-confidence, you know, a stronger belief in your own sense of self-worth, which sort of goes back to this Queen of Swords in reverse card. And so that's the kind of person they see themselves with in the future, okay? That's the kind of person they see themselves moving up to the next level with. But they definitely feel like they're learning a lot from the situation. A lot about, you know, being a little bit more open-hearted like you are, okay? Learning a lot about themselves and what they require to feel fulfilled and satisfied in a relationship, and to envision a future for themselves. They're learning that. Definitely I'm getting that they feel that they have you know, a greater understanding of what's happened here between the two of you and what's happening. And so, you know, if you have had an ending in this relationship, you know, this person has looked at it closely. And they do feel like they have closure in terms of what happened in this connection, what went wrong, whose fault was, you know, whose fault was whose, and what they did wrong, what you did wrong, what you did right, what they did right. They feel like they understand, okay? And again, I feel like they feel grateful, you know, to you for helping to teach them, you know, how to understand certain things. I'm feeling drawn to do the emotional barometer. I did do it off camera for option 1, so I'm going to do it on camera for you because I just remembered. So go ahead and think about your person, angels, spirits, and guides. Can you clarify these messages and tell us how option 2's person feels towards them in this connection? Well, that's nice. Person feels dreamy. So yeah, the attraction is still there. You know, they do want to make things up to you. I guess that goes along with this card here, your eyes, your eyes, your eyes. This person really loves your eyes. I'm hearing that this person feels that you're dreamy, right? Okay, you're a dreamy person. That kind of fits in how I've described those, you know, that resonates with this so far. Like, this is how this person is feeling towards you, that you're dreamy, but I get that you pull that out of them because the archetype card that came out for your person in terms of how they feel for you is the Child Magical. And that says, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. So you make them dream bigger. Whereas in the past, they might not have had a vision for their future, the type of person that they thought that they wanted to end up with, or maybe you've taught them that they have, you know, I'm hearing more to offer a relationship, but also they've kind of refined their opinion about certain things, including the type of person that they think that they're going to end up with. And it's through, you know, your connection that they've been able to see the potential and the beauty in more things, including in, you know, people who don't have strong boundaries, who they might have before really thought were like, pushovers or something like that. They might not have seen the value. I'm getting this person could be pretty egoic or in their mind. And if that's the case, you know, they might not have saw the value in somebody who is more open-hearted, but they're seeing the value in people like that thanks to you. And they're seeing the beauty in that. And they're also increasing their belief that anything is possible, including this connection, despite your differences, you know, despite, you know, whether or not you're ever going to embody you know, the type of person that they feel that they're going to be with in the future. Despite, you know, red flags in this connection, this card saying the signs are cautioning you, your person sees red flags in this connection. But with that Child Magical is saying that they're able to see the beauty even in that, right? And not just completely write off this connection, but instead feel like healing it with you. through a second chance. Okay. So with this Three of Wands here, yeah, just give me a second here. Going through these. I feel like I'm missing something. Nope, okay. So how does your person feel towards you? Option 2 with this Three of Wands here. You know, if you're at a physical distance from each other, you know, they do wonder how you're doing. If you're in separation or if you're in a geographical distance from one another, they do think about you a lot. They do wonder about you, wonder how you're doing. I feel like some of you have introverted or retreated from this connection, or this person has taken time alone to recharge. Some of you have gone out in nature or on a nature trip, something like that. I think some of you are really introverted, like to, you know, be in your own space. I feel like one of you is more active and outgoing than the other. But I feel like whoever the one is that likes to be meditative, some of you do yoga, meditation, but whoever likes to stay in your own space, enjoy your alone time, I feel like at those times that does make your person wonder, you know, what you're really doing. You know, they think about you, okay? They wonder about you. And they do miss you at those times when you take your space. If you guys are in separation, they do miss you. And, you know, even if you're still together, you know, they miss you. Whenever you're just apart, they miss you, okay? And if you guys have been together for a long time, you know, they are still looking to the future for signs on how you can build this situation together, build something together. They're looking to the future on how you guys can move this to the next level. But that will resonate more and be more true for those who have been with this person, dealing with this person, or in a relationship with this person for a while. If they've done anything against you, and I'm getting that, you know, they have, some of them have hurt you, and I feel like a lot of you have forgiven this person but are still working on healing. I think it took dealt a blow to your self-confidence for a lot of you, but you're still willing to forgive this person. I feel that they do feel, sometimes almost obsessively think about, you know, whatever it is that they did against you, anything bad they said or did to you, they do think about that. And they do feel guilty about that, and they do miss you, you know, especially if you're still in separation due to something that they did. But they think about it, okay? They think about having another chance with you, and they think about, you know, a potential future with you. So, you know, because in many ways this person does view you as a dream. You're a dreamy person. You make them feel dreamy. You make them feel like they can shine in your presence. You know, you lift them up. You kind of make them believe in miracles where maybe they weren't the type to believe in miracles or in the power of their dreams or their beliefs in the past or anything. You help them to believe in that more. And, you know, despite, you know, however they might view you as someone who needs to be a little bit more discerning or careful in who you trust, maybe they don't understand, you know, why you're so kind or why you're so forgiving. Maybe they don't think, you know, that they would be the same way in your shoes if someone did to them what they did to you. But ultimately they know that you are a queen and that you do radiate the regal feminine. And this card is about using your benevolent authority to protect others. And we got protection here, so that's validation. This person feels protected by you. So even though you might be a big softie, your person perceives you this way. They, you know, you are enlightened, I'm hearing, in a way that they recognize on a soul level, if not on a mind level, and that makes them feel protected. Maybe you do protective magic, some of you, but they recognize that you're a do-gooder, that you do good for others, that there's something regal and very attractive, very respectable about you. You know, despite the fact that maybe you respond to things, you know, in a way that they wouldn't respond. Okay? So I'm going to take this over to the extended, and I'm going to get much deeper into the reading, clarify these cards. So if you'd like to follow me over there, please do so. The link for that is in the description box below. This is where we part ways. Thank you for tuning in. I hope that was able to help you in some way. And if it did resonate, please drop a comment in the comment section down below. And consider subscribing if you haven't already. Hit the bell icon if you do subscribe to get notifications when I upload a new video. And like the video if you like it. That supports the channel. I appreciate that. And I'll talk to you next time. Welcome, option 3. Thanks for tuning into the reading. I hope you're doing well. So, your person, how do they feel for you? The person you came to this reading for, your crush, your ex, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. I suppose if you were with the person, you probably wouldn't need this reading, but that doesn't matter, right? Some people aren't that great at communicating. So whoever this is you're here for, we've got the cards pre-shuffled and laid out. And I'm going to do for you like I did for option 2. I'm going to use the emotional barometer. So I want to find out, let's just ask spirit, angels, spirits, and guides regarding option 3's person. How does their person feel towards them? How does option 3's person feel towards them? We've got grateful. They feel grateful towards you. They're right on the cusp of feeling sulky. But bottom line is they feel grateful. And looking at these cards, I can see why. Because there seems to be happy energy in this reading. I can already feel that. And so let's look at what the cards have to say. We've got the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. We've got the High Priestess in reverse. That's Pisces moon. And then we've got, some say Cancer as well. We've got the Empress, which is Libra, Taurus. Again, I just say the signs for those that like to know the signs for a special message for them. Doesn't have to be your sign. So, you know, this is a card that talks about emotional or financial loss. It says there's some lovely filth over here, Dennis. Okay. Being left out in the cold. So there could have been some leaving out in the cold here. This could have happened in this connection, right? And what would be the reason why? Some of you are at a physical distance from this person. And I get that if that's the case, you know, if you're in separation or you're just separated by distance, you know, I feel that this person, you know, is wondering about you, wondering how you're doing. That's the same message that came out for option 2. So if that, you know, if you feel drawn to, maybe check out option 2. You can watch one or all of the readings, you know, as it resonates. I definitely feel that you guys have gone through a rough patch in this relationship, but your person is feeling confident. They're feeling like you guys can weather any storm together, okay? And that rough patch could be because you left them out in the cold, or they left you out in the cold, or you have taken a hit financially. There's some sense of emotional loss indicated with that card between the two of you. But just like, you know, the emotional barometer said, this person is feeling grateful, okay? They're feeling grateful towards you because I feel that they appreciate that you're not a fair weather friend, okay? I'm asking Spirit if they tested you. They might have tested your loyalty and your commitment. If they left you out in the cold, no, most of them didn't test your loyalty and your commitment. An odd few did do that consciously. Most of them didn't do it, or they did it unconsciously. You know, they thought that maybe you were too good for them. Like, why would you be interested in them? They find you extremely attractive with the femme fatale card in the upright. They feel you're the femme fatale, okay? And this card highlights the erotic energy of the feminine. So they think you're an erotic feminine, and you open your heart when your dependency is rejected. Which is an interesting statement. Opens your heart when your dependency is rejected. So it would almost say to me that if you try to behave codependently towards this person, or if they perceived it that way, you know, they rejected that, maybe left you out in the cold because they thought you were being codependent on them or wanted something from them. This was their way perhaps of trying to gain control of the relationship, or felt that you were trying to control them. But either way, what this did was it opened your heart. And it even made you more beautiful, okay? Some of you glowed up after being left out in the cold or being rejected or experiencing some sort of an emotional loss. And this, like, for lack of a better phrasing, this made you pass the test, okay? This, in your person's eye, showed them who you really are. Made them realize there was so much more to you than what they might have originally suspected. They're so grateful to you for not being a fair weather friend. You know, even if they rejected you, you still have an open heart towards them. And they appreciate that so much. They're very grateful to you for that, Okay. And we've got, I need to get on your level first, which is validation about what I said, that as a femme fatale, as a very attractive person in this person's opinion, that they could have thought that you were not good enough for them. We've got you here as the Empress as well. So, I mean, she reeks of sensuality, of somebody who's comfortable in their own skin, somebody who's just lovely and beautiful, inside and out. So, this leaving you out in the cold, this rejecting your dependency, whether you were dependent or not, is proved something to your person, that, you know, you're here for the long haul, you're a ride or die, you know, you're so much more, you know, into them, and so much more real than they had thought you were. You know, if things haven't gotten better between the two of you yet, I feel that that they're waiting for it to get better, you know, between the two of you. You guys aren't back together yet. If you were apart, they're waiting for you guys to get back together, okay? Okay. So why would this person feel like an Empress would be dependent on them? Maybe they've had that in the past. Your person's coming out, you know, and their feelings towards you is the Vampire upright from the archetype deck. It makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. This could be a very sensitive person. Either way, they could have been in a relationship where somebody had drained their life force before. Maybe they have an overbearing mother or overbearing ex, something like that. And so they feared that you were going to do the same thing. And let's face it, maybe some of you did. Maybe you didn't mean to, but maybe you did get a little too clingy too fast, or a little bit dependent on this person, right? Nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. But even if you didn't, you know, this is what they feared would happen. They're feeling drained as a result of that. So some of them try to keep it on a strictly sexual level. This connection is passionate but not enduring, because they could have thought that's all you were in it for, right? You're the femme fatale, you're highly attractive, you're better than them in some ways, or they suspect that you are, and then you started showing that you actually wanted a deeper relationship with them, or started to get attached to them, and they started like a spiral of negative thinking. You know, they could have even thought some of you wanted a sugar daddy or a sugar mommy, the Grace Jones card from the Music Oracles. They were just suspicious of you. Some of you like to be out and about, or very into your looks, your style. I mean, I just get that you're a really attractive person. You're a beautiful person. It says on the hunt. So this person could have thought that you were on the hunt. They weren't seeing you clearly. I don't get this energy from you. But they are pleasantly surprised at a happy find. And the pleasant surprise that they found is that you're for real, that this is a happy love, that the two of you can have a joyful, stable partnership with a good friend, okay? Yeah, they underestimated you. Okay, so back to the tarot. So with that High Priestess in reverse, what is this saying? Some of your people may feel that you're a little, that you revealed yourself a little bit too quickly, or that you revealed too much about yourself, you know, at times. You know, for others, they could think that you have secrets and they want to get to the bottom of it. So again, it's a suspicious energy from this person a little bit. That they're, I feel like most of them are getting over it as they are starting to see who you really are. But again, maybe you remind them of an ex who behaved this way, or an overbearing parent, something along these lines. But while on the one hand you might be very open, some of you give too much information in this person's point of view, or that was the impression they first got of you as somebody who, I'm hearing, talk too much. Okay. But just take what resonates. It's a general reading. I'm feeling like they just felt like you revealed too much too quickly or something, or that, yeah, you share a little too much information that they wouldn't have been as open or willing to share as quickly as you were, and so they start to wonder or question if you're really that open, or if you're just trying to mask or hide something. that you're really just trying to act like you're more open, more playful, more fun than you actually are in order to get something out of them. Maybe like to have them take care of you, or again, there's this theme of prey must become hunter, okay? So they thought you were on the prowl. Who is this person you guys are dealing with, option 3? Or were you on the prowl? Did you guys meet at a nightclub or something like that? You were all dressed up looking fine and they just assumed, you know, these assumptions that you were like everyone else and things like that. Could be. They took you out on a date, you were very like forthcoming, or something about you, in their opinion, you were different from other women, or you didn't behave the way a woman or a man should behave. And they felt like, you know, maybe you were hiding something, that you weren't the person you were presenting yourself to be. I feel like maybe some of you are a Gemini and you have like this, you know, two sides to your personality, where on the one hand you are very, you know, talkative, charming, open, seems like you don't have a filter, but then on the other hand you're very introverted, sort of like Marilyn Monroe, okay? Yeah, exactly like that. People don't know that Marilyn Monroe is very bookish. She was very well read. She had a library in her home. She used to love to reflect on the arts. She was a deep thinker. But when she was on, she was on. She was Marilyn Monroe. She'd walk into the room, everybody'd stop and look at her. She was hot. She was flirtatious. She was a femme fatale, right? So, okay, this is the kind of energy that I'm getting that your person feels towards you. Got a lot coming through for you, option 3. I'm trying to keep it succinct, but bear with me. Okay. And it can also show that they may feel like sharing this with you. Like it weighs heavily on their heart that they misjudged you. And this is something that they're waiting for the right time to share with you. You know, some of what I've said. Some of how they felt about your first impression, or what they've learned about you as a person. Okay? And then with the mom card here, some of you could be a mom. It says, I'm not a regular mom, I'm a cool mom. Okay? So, the Empress. I get that, you know, this person, I feel like this person wants to cater to you. I feel like, you know, they feel contrite for pigeonholing you and judging you incorrectly and looking at you as just merely a you know, a sexual object, or somebody that they would just have a strictly sexual relationship with, or for being somebody, you know, that was just on the prowl or just wanted something from them. I feel that they want to cater to you to make up for that. They realize that you really are a lovely, giving person naturally, and they want to match that energy. They want you, you know, they want to make sure that you are cared for, okay, and that you don't get hurt. I'm getting this sort of sweet energy about you, okay? I've got the inner child card here. Again, I just keep getting this Marilyn Monroe thing. You know how, if you don't know anything about her, maybe there was a movie released a while back, I forget who was in it, Michelle Williams, I think. She did a great job, but behind the scenes, she was such a fragile person. And I feel this person sees this about you. You're very, you know, playful and fun, right? With the playfulness card. But, this is being taken by your person as somebody that could use some protection. They just want to make sure that you're okay. Especially if they've hurt you, right? If they've hurt you, they want to make sure you're okay. They want to make sure you feel cared for, because they do care for you, right? They do feel contrite for whatever, you know, for misjudging you. They feel like you're super attractive, and like maybe you're a target from other people because you're so attractive. Maybe some of you don't realize how attractive you are. And so they feel like, you know, you need protection, you know, as a result of that. So they're getting that you know, they feel that you would make a great parent. If you are a parent to this person's child, you know, they think that you make a great parent. Some of these people are open to getting pregnant together, right? And the bottom line here I'm getting is that you make them feel safe, you make them feel happy, the happy, love, joy, stable partnership, good friends card here, validating this here. Bottom line, you make them feel safe and happy, and they think you're wonderful. They think you're wonderful. They've learned valuable spiritual lessons, you know, from you, and they never expected, you know, this type of a lesson to be learned from a situation that they thought was going to be very surface level, was just going to be a good time. And they judged you as being, you know, much less serious of a person than you actually are. They didn't see you as commitment material before, but now they're understanding, you know, the situation differently. They have found a deeper kind of beauty, you know, in an unexpected place. Some of them, I feel, you know, they just feel like they're just much less attractive than you are. Even if they're not, they feel like that. And they're realizing that sometimes people can look beneath the surface of things. Sometimes people can see beauty in the unexpected. And that you know, being attracted to them, caring for them, dealing with them, was actually genuine and authentic because you saw their beauty and you saw their light. And that's just, I feel like they just can't believe it. So before I take this over to the extended, where I'm going to get a lot deeper and clarify the tarot cards, we did get a card from the Ask Your Guides deck. This is the message from their guides to you, option 3. It says community. It's got a woman, a man, and a little kid here. Again, talking about this person seeing you as a good partner to have a child with or to have a family with. And it's their spiritual answers, or ancestors, or spiritual ancestors, who are coming through to deliver you this message. Number 3, and so we've got 3 here as well. The Empress is 3, so 3 and 3 is 6. It talks about love, it talks about pregnancy, it talks about creation, it talks, yeah. So anyway, they're viewing you as somebody they can have a family with. This is what their guides, their spiritual ancestors want you to know. And that you are protected because, again, this person worries about you being taken advantage of, I'm hearing. So they've got, their spiritual guides got your back. Not only do your guides have your back, but your person's spiritual guides have your back. They're connecting with you. They are this person is your spiritual family on earth. And your person is seeking, they're now seeking the kind of love and support that comes from being a part of the right community, that comes from being a part of your people, okay, your tribe. And they're seeing you now more than ever as that. They're recognizing you as that. And if you're not recognizing them as that, their spiritual ancestors are trying to make you recognize that. That this is your soul family, this person is. They're not wanting you to feel isolated in any way. Some of you are feeling, you know, lonely or isolated or have due to whatever's happened in this connection. You know, I feel like some of you have cried a lot over this situation, feeling like terribly misunderstood, especially those of you who don't know how lovely you actually are. You just can't understand why this person would reject you. It really took a toll on your self-esteem, really wounded that inner child. It really was a huge blow to a lot of you. I'm getting emotional for you, option 3. My point with that is that pain that you went through, your soul like sent out an SOS, right? A bat signal. And your person's spiritual ancestors are answering the call. They're showing up for you. They're showing up for all of you, whether you know, your person, your child, your future child, they're showing up for all of you. And be open to their support. You can't achieve your goals, you know, without the support of your spirit tribe, okay? And I see that some of you are working on and will soon be winning an award or receiving some sort of achieving some sort of achievement, okay? They're helping you with that. Be open to that support. You know, you need your soul to be re-energized by your tribe. And, you know, if you have any notions of going it alone, like it's you against the world, like nobody understands me, you know, and so fuck it, I'm just gonna do me and I don't need anybody. They're here to tell you that give that up, let that go, be open to the spiritual support they're giving you, and they're gonna work through others to help you as well. So use your intuition to know who those people are. It's usually people who make you feel good and supported. So you have to be in touch with your feelings to know that, know who those people are. 'Cause you're not meant to go this life alone. You know, allow yourself to be more insightful. You know, develop your wisdom. You know, recognize your limitations, work with them, and you know, even Christ had, you know, 12 associates to help him to accomplish his mission on earth. Now, I don't know why they're bringing that up. Maybe some of you are Christian, maybe your person is, or maybe you have a huge, I mean, showing up as the Empress, that's major energy, major arcana. You have a huge purpose on earth. And so they're wanting to help you with that mission. I feel like it's just letting you know you're worthy of that help. Everybody needs help. It doesn't make you a lesser person. So follow their ancestors', you know, directions. And they're encouraging you to get out more. If you're isolated, join a club or enroll in a course. Could be an online course even, or just you know, do something. Get outdoors, join a team. Consider doing that. You know, you never know who you're going to meet. And again, these are people who are going to help you on your soul mission. So their message to you, your person's ancestors' message to you is, you know, open your heart and feel our presence in your life, and be open to your spiritual family on earth, of whom, you know, your person that you came to this video for is a member of that family. So I'm taking it over to Vimeo. Thank you for watching. The extended link is in the description down below. And like the video, please, if you did like it, and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you do subscribe, hit the bell icon to receive notifications when I upload a new video. If this did resonate, please drop a comment in the comment section down below, and I will talk to you next time.